Chanel here, your menopause nutritionist. Okay, my Gen X friends, today we're having a chat about rebuilding our relationship with food and our body image and letting go of the guilt. This has been sparked post-Easter, post-chocolate. I posted a reel on my social media today, basically talking to my Gen X friends, saying how all the Gen Xers are guilty about the chocolate they've eaten over the Easter weekend. Actually, what the focus should be is getting in the gym and building muscle. Easter is Easter. Easter is about chocolate. Now, I generally don't eat that much sugar, and the reason for that is because I know it actually just doesn't serve me on my journey. It literally just turns to belly fat. My body doesn't process it like it used to. It also, we know, is metabolically active in the body. So last night on my call with my Thrive program, the ladies some of them were complaining about bad sleep. Now this actually can be because you all of a sudden are consuming a whole lot of sugar when you don't normally eat it. And being metabolically active, it can actually disrupt your sleep. It disrupts all sorts of things. So this is just something to bear in mind. But I personally don't eat a lot of sugar because I know it doesn't do good things for me. And I know that actually my self-control with sugar is not awesome. But here's the thing. At Easter, I eat Easter eggs because it's Easter and I actually do enjoy chocolate. I just can't manage myself very well around it. So generally, that's why you see me every week sharing sweet treats on here. Sweet treats that are generally no sugar chocolate, that sort of thing, because that works better for me. And it doesn't work against me. So what I wanted to talk about today was, why do we have this bad relationship with food? If you're a Gen X listening in, if you're 50 plus, generally we don't have a great relationship with food. And so I posted this reel kind of talking to it, and someone commented saying, why is it? Why do we have such a bad relationship with food? Why do we have the guilt? Now, there's a number of reasons why we do. A lot of it's conditioning. We grew up with the super skinny supermodels. So we grew up in a generation where literally we were trying to be as small as possible. We were trying to be skinny and we were jumping on the scales, and that was our measure of success. So firstly, that's not helpful. Many years living through that conditioning. And then, of course, we had the whole exercise to earn your food. I don't know, I definitely used to do that. I'll go for a run because I ate a donut, that sort of thing. Not helpful, not healthy, not a healthy relationship. Then, of course, we had this is what happened to me. I didn't really have to worry too much about my body composition until I had my first child. And I put on 17 kilos. And after I had her, I was like, right, I want to get my body composition back. So exercise more, eat less. This is how we used to do things. So we would do that and it would work. And that worked up until you were 40. But once those hormones kick into place, it doesn't work anymore. And so I am constantly recovering woman in that cycle of not starving, that's not the right word, just not eating enough, basically under eating their whole life, because that's the conditioning we had. So this is why we do have some bad habits, bad relationships with food, with nutrition, with exercise, that we have to be aware of. So our mindset needs to shift. And the irony is when we actually understand what nutrition is, when we understand what food is, when we know how much we get to eat, when we understand how much we as a person, because that looks different for everyone, like how many calories I need in a day, then I can manage that. And so what happens when I learn about that and I manage my calorie budget is that I don't have to do crazy diets. I don't have to try and exercise more and eat less. I don't have to cut out foods that I don't enjoy. And that brings freedom. So really, if you're listening to this and you're like, I would like to have a better relationship with food, I would like to have a more balanced approach, I would like to be able to enjoy these times of the year without freaking out or, you know, feeling like I'm putting on like 5 kilos in the weekend, then it's about learning how to balance that. And once you do, you get the freedom, because no food is off limits. Like you'll see if you follow me on social media, I have an almond croissant every Saturday because that's just part of how we live and I enjoy it. But I have it with a protein shake, have it instead of breakfast, and it's balanced in my day and my life. I've probably gone to swimming squad or I've done some exercise beforehand. Everything is balanced within what I'm doing. And that's really what we're looking for. We're not trying to live in strict regimes where we can't enjoy the foods we want, or, you know, or even alcohol or things like that. It's about having the knowledge of what the consequences are. Like I personally don't drink a lot. I just don't. And generally that's because I value my sleep, because I know if I have too much alcohol, it affects my sleep, and I actually just want to sleep better than having the gin and tonic. So that's just the priority I make. And I suppose that comes with nutrition as well. So sometimes what happens is we have a blowout, and maybe you did just have a blowout over this weekend and you ate a whole bunch of chocolate. How do you feel? You know, that the reason that I enjoy chocolate over Easter is because I know that that's just what I do, like over Easter. And I had 2 bunnies, I think, over the weekend. Like, so it's not crazy, but it was enough to feel in the Easter moment. I did have some hot cross buns as well, but it was balanced. I still was moving my body. I was still doing all the things I normally do. I was still eating my protein, and I was enjoying life, you know? So I think it's trying to find the balance where, yes, in this stage of life, if you're 50 plus, sure, we might not be able to get away with things that we used to. I know I can't eat sugar the way I used to. And I'm okay with that because I don't feel good when I do. And so sometimes we just need to have a reminder like that then motivates us next time we're in that situation to remember, I don't actually feel good when I eat that, so I will make a different choice. Same as alcohol, same sort of thing. So that's the first thing. The second thing is our mindset has to change from losing weight. So as a nutritionist, I help people change their body composition, and I could help everyone that I work with lose weight just with their nutrition. But actually my focus is teaching women how to build muscle, because muscle is the organ of longevity. Muscle is also the menopause nutrient. It makes a big difference. So if you're trying to change your body composition, prioritizing your protein and building muscle is going to be the focus. So when we change our mindset from trying to be thin to building muscle, I promise you, is going to trump the cards every day. And the reason for that is because, one, when you have more muscle, you actually get to eat more. So I enjoy eating food, and that's something I truly am passionate about, teaching women that they can get their goals while they look forward to and enjoy their food along the way. Super important. I love eating. So I get to eat more because I have more muscle on my body. But the truth of the matter is, as women, the statistics for us are not good as we age. And I am passionate about turning that around. The new generation of 50 plus, the new generation we're not scared about getting old, because we are doing the things that are going to keep us strong and out of the nursing home. So that statistic that I share, and you'll hear me just repeat this, because the amount of 65-year-olds who fall and break a hip, 50% of them will actually die within a year of that hip fracture. That is, for me, like, so motivating to build muscle on my body and have strong bones. 65 is not very old. So, and the other statistic that gets me all the time is, here in Australia, we live to be 85 as women, but the quality of life is awful, just terrible. We're in nursing homes, we're not self-sufficient, we often can't walk, we have dementia, Alzheimer's, it's not good. It's not good quality. I don't want that for myself. So muscle on your body, muscle equals stronger bones, muscle equals that not being a statistic for me. So this is why our mindset as Gen Xers has to shift from being super skinny, just losing weight as a number on the scale. For those of you following along, I just did a calorie deficit, and the number didn't change a heck of a lot on the scale. However, I built muscle, and that is what is important. Getting on the scale doesn't necessarily give you the outcome that you really need. Body composition, bone density, getting a DEXA scan, that is what you need to be doing. Go and get a DEXA scan and see what's going on inside your body. See what your bones are like. See how much muscle mass you've got. See where the fat is deposited in your body. Is it around your organs and you need to do something about it? That's the stuff that we really need to focus on. So building a healthy relationship with food comes down to us reprogramming. It actually comes down to the foundation of understanding what nutrition is and building from there, understanding why it needs to change, knowing how to hit your protein, how much food you need to eat, how many calories do you need to eat in a day. If you're listening to this, do you know that? Do you know how many calories you need? Because if you're trying to change your body composition, whether that's like losing belly fat or it's building muscle, you still need to know those numbers so you know you've had a successful day of consuming food, and the food should taste great. And then it's consistency. So it's like, obviously, and exercising and all the things I teach in my program, getting your steps in and drinking your water and getting enough sleep, managing your stress, and there's so many things, gut health. All of these things equate to you living your best life. But in the process of doing that and ticking the boxes, you build a better relationship with food, because you get to manage the food you are eating, and you learn how to incorporate the food that you enjoy in a balanced way. Like for me, having an almond croissant. I don't have an almond croissant every day, but on a Saturday I have one, and it's balanced in, and I know how to make that work. So those are the things we need to focus on. And in the process of that, I'm never, ever guilty eating an almond croissant, because I love it, and I look forward to it, and I enjoy it, and I know how to balance it. Just like Easter, it was fantastic, and I had like a delicious weekend of eating, and I enjoyed a couple of Easter bunnies. I had some wine with my friend on Saturday night, and it was fun, and I don't have any guilt about it, because today I'm back at swimming, I'm moving my body, I'm eating again. Like, well, here's the thing, the rest of the weekend I still ate well. So I hit my protein every day. I was still drinking my water, doing all the things. I just had some chocolate as well. So it's not like everything went out the window. I just had some chocolate because it was Easter. And I don't for 1 second feel guilty about that. I actually loved it. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to repair your relationship with food so you know how to manage it, you enjoy it, and you get to have the things that you want to have within reason. We're not being silly. We can't just go eat a block of chocolate, but we are managing ourselves, and then that gives you the freedom to have the choice. So that being said, I'm going to just remind you that the waitlist for the next round of my program is currently going. It's going to kick off in 6 weeks, the beginning of June. So sign up for that. That's where you can learn how to master your nutrition and lifestyle. It's a 12-week program, but it's split into 2 6-week phases. The first 6 weeks is how to master your nutrition, all of the tips and tricks. The second 6 weeks is all of the lifestyle aspects, sleep, stress, sex life, getting your steps in, all of those things as well. So it's a very comprehensive, education-based. Of course, there's a big fat loss module in there as well for those of you trying to change your body composition, the gold standard of best practices on how to get your goals. And I know that if you're listening to this and you're feeling like, I really want to heal this relationship that I have, I want a good relationship with my eating and my body. I think that's another thing. Like, we need good relationships with our body. We need to love ourselves and our body that we have been blessed with. Then jump on board, sign up to the waitlist. I can't wait to help you. You get a huge discount signing up with the waitlist, bonuses, inclusions, things like that. And I get to know you better and help you along your journey. We can link arms together and get you your goals. It'll be amazing. So thank you for tuning in today. If you have anything to add to this conversation, please drop it here in the comment section. I would love to hear your views or any questions you have. If you are not already getting my weekly emails, I send out, generally they're sweet treats because I have a sweet tooth, but sometimes they're not, but generally they're sweet treats. And that's every Wednesday. So you'll get an email with the recipe, and you can try some of my recipes and see what you think and enjoy them. And you can also find me on social media. So I look forward to hearing from you. Let me know here what your thoughts are. Otherwise, have a beautiful day. I appreciate you being here, and I hope your Easter was beautiful.